morning, YouTube, Rumble. Let's take a little trip down memory lane today. I commented to Piper Dave that him being in Denver brought back some memories, mostly good, about back in the early days of my driving career, back when my father still ran the company. Jabba Jakes. Uh, when I joined the company, we were hauling coal buckets, dump trailers, 5 trucks. And he got a bug. He wanted to go out. He wanted us to go explore the United States. Traded into trucks, traded into trailers. Got 5 new International TranStar Eagles, 350 Cummins, 13 speeds, and 5 new, I think they were Fruhawks. I can't remember. Somewhere in my vast pile of crapola, I got pictures of all this stuff that used to hang on the wall of one of my previous residents. But anyways, reefer trailers, and we started doing reefer loads, which are pretty good because he pretty much didn't have to touch a reefer load. And I knew that if we got within 500 miles of Denver, we were going to end up in Greeley, Colorado. And we would pick up swinging beef. 40,000 pounds of swinging beef. Why was it called swinging beef? Well, because they jammed hooks into the beef and they slid it in on rails that were in the roof of the trailer. And if you were moving, it was moving. Swinging beef. We'd go to St. Louis, mostly. Chicago once in a while. One time I went to Hunts Point in New York. After that, when I ripped New York out of my map book. I wasn't never going back to New York City. That town's nuts to try to drive a truck in. And we would take them to the processing, packing plants in St. Louis, Chicago, and then from there they would go wherever they went. Then after my father passed, and all of a sudden now I'm the boss, we got out of the reefer business and traded the trailers in for dry vans, which sometimes required us to actually do the loading ourselves. We called that fingerprinting. But still, it was a whole lot easier and the freight didn't move. Nowadays, they don't hang beef. It's either already processed and in boxes, or it's on pallets on the floor. Very few companies will still haul swinging beef. Very few companies ship swinging beef anymore. So that's our trip down memory lane in Greeley, Colorado. I would stop in Effingham, Illinois, on my way to St. Louis, or no, on my way past St. Louis, if we were going up to Chicago. Stop in Effingham for fuel, and 10 minutes later, you're out there pumping your diesel, and you can still see the truck doing this because the meat never stopped moving. That's one of the reasons why we would never pull a tanker, because it never stops moving. Even with the baffles in it, it still moves. You come up to a good curve, you had to slow way down. Those trucks, they were late for back in the let me I should have figured this out before I started this. 86, 87, 87. They were laid out for 87. Not like you see today where you're pretty much driving a condominium. Anyways, that's my memory lane trip today. I was after we downsized, because I was like the head guy. Mom was like the owner. She got tired of dealing with trucks on the road breaking down and what have you. So we sold the trucks. Actually, we sold 2 trucks and gave 2 trucks to the driver. Just gave them to the driver, and I kept my truck. Then after that, it was just me. And then I got into expediting. Someday we'll talk about expedited freight and how silly it is, but man, did it pay the bills. I hope you're well and I hope you're safe. Every day's a school day. If you're not learning, you are being left behind. Go be kind. I'll see you next time. Still here? Nothing to see here. Going.